right. Anti-peg, all right?
Oh boy. Hi everybody.
Well, that was fucking almost a disaster. First thing, little Tommy Brady got his fucking paw stuck in the headphones,
Oh, yeah.
and then attempted to pull down the entire soundboard over. Oh, Jesus, sorry for that out loud. Oh god, how everybody doing? It's the Arty 84 show live here in Revere, Massachusetts, episode 67. Well, guess what? We're 2 away from
69.
69.
So that'll be that'll close out summer almost.
Couple weeks. Yeah, the end of summer party will be the 69 party. We encourage everyone to come over and have a 69 with us.
We'll have naked cooking here that night.
We will. Special guest. Adam's going to be using his cock as a flopping machine.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the trailer I made for the bachelor party?
I did.
Very interesting, huh?
Yes, very.
That's what happens when it's a slow day at work on a Sunday.
I was going to say, I was like...
There was literally nothing going on that day. So I was like, hey, this will be fun. Let's have a little fun here, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, oh, what the fuck? It's been a week. It's a week. Exactly a week. What are you drinking for your beverage of choice today?
Oh, my Paps. I work out, so this is actually a good beer to drink if you work out. I realize it's 150 calories, no sugar, not whatsoever.
Yeah, it's a tall boy.
And it's a tall boy. Yeah, it's 150.
I used to get the Pabst 18-pack.
I like Paps.
12 ounces, but they were the same price as a Bud Light 12-pack. So you got like fucking 6 extra beers for the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pabst are good. I'll take if I have to drink a cheaper beer, I'll take a Pabst.
I like Pabst.
I'm drinking currently right now a Marine Dream Hazy Oak Indian Pale Ale.
Oh, that's a little too fancy for my taste.
Part of the Art series.
That's a little too fancy.
And I don't even know who makes this. Yeah. What the fuck makes this? Brewed by Coronado Brewing in Coronado, California. So it's a fucking hipster beer.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Oh, okay. So now we're on the topic of beer. I'm sure you heard this story. And it enrages me to the nth degree. And Suze, if you want to participate, the microphone's there. Don't yell and not talking to a microphone like you typically do.
Pretend it's a black cock.
Yeah. Usually you hear her in the background saying,
that is not true.
All right. Well, yeah, 90% of the time.
No.
Oh.
You're just mad because she actually did okay during the show.
He's
still upset.
Still pissed off on episode 64.
Really good on that show.
The Suzie Show, starring Suzie.
I do admit we sputtered for a little bit, and then we caught a little wind in the second half.
You guys are the best producer ever.
Yeah. You did. Oh yeah, you did.
I fucking produced the shit out of that show.
You did produce the shit out of that show. I'll give you credit there.
All the big black dildos and penises you could get on your screen.
And elderly sex we talked about.
And elderly sex, yes.
We talked about elderly sex.
Yikes.
So we're going to take the topic of craft beer. Did you see what's going on in the hipster neighborhood of Jamaica Plains today?
What's happening now?
The most ridiculous thing you could imagine.
I hate hipsters. And then you see the mayor of Somerville's jumping on board too.
What's happening?
So, Sam Adams is located off of Green Street.
Yeah, I heard he's
right?
not going to drink Sam Adams anymore.
So this is what happened. So Jim Cook, the guy who's the CEO, said thank you to Donald Trump. Obviously, he's a supporter of Donald Trump. Said thank you for the new tax cut because it helped my business and helped to save taxes for the business.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what he said. And all the hipsters in JP are like up in arms because Jim Cook is a Trump supporter.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They were hanging banners outside their windows saying, "Don't drink Sam Adams. He loves Trump." And then the mayor of Somerville jumped on board. I don't know why, just to get some publicity.
They're
I guess
all sucking each other's cocks.
Sucking each other's political penises, right? Yes. So they did that, and then they interviewed some hipster guy in JP. And he's like, "Well, we're not drinking Sam Adams or taking the signs down until he gives us the difference. He donates the difference that he's saving from taxes back." Well, maybe he's taking that difference of taxes and investing it back into the company. Perhaps
that could be it.
That's what a smart businessman would do. It's not like he's taking the money and going to buy himself a Ferrari because it's not his money; it's the company's money. He's just the CEO.
Exactly.
These people don't understand how a business works.
No.
Yes, the business is saving large quantities of money because of the new tax bracket. And what does a smart business owner does? He takes that money and invests back into his company or in other companies. This guy is insisting that he donates the money or publicly comes out and apologizes for saying he supports Trump. Do you believe that bullshit?
I really don't want to get too much into politics. I'm just going to get fired up and annoyed. I do. If you want to donate it, that's one thing, whatever. If you're going to want to apologize, that's bullshit. I'm sick of people apologizing
I'm sick of
over
apologizing,
shit.
too.
I'm sick of people who apologize just to... Everyone's so freaking sensitive and miserable.
And he shouldn't donate either. I don't want.
I know,
guy
but I would
donating
rather that than
shit.
an apology. I don't want either. I don't want either of them, but an actual public apology is worse, I think.
I say just fucking closes the brewery down. It's not even the real. They don't even brew the beer there. It's a test kitchen. The real brewery is in fucking Pennsylvania. That's where they mass produce most of Sam Adams is made in Pennsylvania. In case anyone doesn't know, outside of Pittsburgh.
God.
There's one in Jamaica Plains. It's essentially where he started the business, but he outgrew it very fast. And what they do is that's the test kitchen. So they come up with new varieties there.
Yeah.
And it's keeping that neighborhood pretty much in business because there's probably thousands of people a week that show up to that neighborhood and go to local businesses over there after they go to the Sam Adams Brewery.
Because it's the only main reason to go there.
That's the only reason. The only reason you get off on the Orange Line on Green Street is to go to Sam Adams. Otherwise, you're gonna get fucking shot. There's no other reason for a human to be on Green Street in fucking Jamaica Plains. I don't give a shit who you are. You can hipster it up all you want. It's still one of the most dangerous fucking neighborhoods in Boston.
It is. I wouldn't go in there.
I remember I was there. I went to Sam Adams for a work function, right? We went there and it was light out and it was like the fall time and we left and the group we were with was people like, because we're walking back to the Orange Line. They're like, you guys should make sure you just walk in a pack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? They're like, it's a little seedy. And we all walked together to get on the Orange Line that goes to Forest Hills, which is probably the dangerous. It's going to Roxbury and Jamaica Plains. You got to be out of your mind to be taking that train at night.
Yeah.
I remember being scared shitless as a college student at Wentworth because the Orange Line ran right through there, sitting at Wrigley Station in the middle of the night.
I will say the only thing I will credit hipsters for that they do is good is they will move into shitty areas to get the ghetto people out.
Yeah, but
that's it though.
But the gay people will do that too.
Yeah, they will. They will. You're right, but they're usually hipsters too. You get
hipsters too.
Yeah.
And they go, but they're like, the thing with the hipsters is they roll in all fucking like condescending.
Yeah, true.
Like we're here to take over.
It still makes the area safer though.
I guess so. Yeah. All it does is push all the bad people into my city.
Yeah, that's true too.
They're moving all the riffraff out of Revere out of Boston into Revere in the suburbs.
That's true.
By the way, speaking of ladies, I don't know why we weren't talking about ladies.
Oh, Priscilla.
Priscilla says,
"Hey, Priscilla."
She says, "Nice arms, Adam."
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Priscilla, I need you to do me a favor since I had to get a new phone because I destroyed my other one and I didn't click the stupid tab to back up my contacts. I don't know why the slider was off, but it didn't. Can you please text me? I would appreciate it.
There you go.
It's don't have your number.
It's a long distance request. There.
Yes, it is.
Did you see
California crew?
Did you see the latest political in the city of Revere going on here? There's $92,000 missing from meters.
Oh.
Apparently, the last 4 months, whoever's been collecting said meters for the city, all the coins, has not been deposited into an account.
Oh, shit.
And there's $92,000 missing that they've known since April, but they just finally said something yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And the federal FBI is coming into town this week to do an investigation. And all the councils are up in arms like, why don't we just let the police department take care of it? Well, if you didn't know, the police department, I think, is one of the departments that takes care of the meters. So it seems a little contradictory to me to let the people who are committing the crimes investigate said crimes. Wouldn't you agree?
I totally agree. But having our own government can't even track their own money. How many billions of dollars? Remember? Yeah. Remember how much they had a conference about it? How many billions of dollars they can't even track? Oh,
yeah. It's unbelievable. So the city's missing $92,000, right? Not $92,000 in 4 months, right? And obviously the police department, they can't say anything. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have you can't even trust the state police in Massachusetts because they're supposed to as fucking corrupt as the city of Revere. Do you know 1975 Revere police was voted the most corrupt police force in the country?
I believe that, but I think the MBTA is probably at the top of the list.
Well, this same actually thing happened in I think the 80s with the MBTA where coins were going missing. So there was a group of people who were working. What they were doing is they were cleaning out the machines because back in the day you used to put quarters and stuff inside the machines.
Yeah.
And they used to just take the fucking money and not deposit because there's no way to track it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you have a zero deposit to your bank account, that tends to cause a little issues sometimes. Big red flag. These are the same people in the city, by the way, who decided they were going to vote for the same old instead of all the new representatives who are willing to donate their time to better the city. And they voted in the old people that were there, and now they're getting a little nervous because I'm sure some of these old people had an idea of what's going on.
Probably.
And it's actually funny, and not to get too local, but the new mayor is there. The old mayor before him that he lost to is now on the city council. So now they just yell at each other all the time. So it's like watching an episode of Jerry Seinfeld. So now the old mayor is yelling at the new mayor, accusing him of doing stuff. And basically what they're doing is just setting up for their campaign in 2 years. That's basically all it is. So that's local for you for the city of Revere, for all those out there who care.
Now, I do have a news story. Remember, I was telling you earlier that I wanted to share. But
Yes.
do you want to talk about Comic-Con and Back to the Future? Or do you want to talk about the story that I was kind of teasing?
Let's tease the story. I'm curious. I'm curious.
So-
Then we'll talk about Comic-Con because I have a bunch of questions to ask you about that too.
Okay, all right. So there's a guy in India who broke his dick.
Okay.
Because he I guess he was knocking boots the night before, took a
Knocking
Viagra,
boots. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And then he went to bed kind of expecting that it would go down
Yes.
at the end of the night, but he was woken in the morning by his son who ran into the room and jumped on him wanting a hug and broke his dick. But this is what I find amazing about these kind of stories. This guy waited 2 days to go to the emergency room.
Well, the good thing is if you call the hotline for the Viagra, all he had to do was go down the street because that's where the hotline people are. Because he was in
It's
India.
true.
He was in India,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's he does something. Thank you for calling.
But imagine
my dick.
like breaking your dick because your son ran
Yes.
in and jumped on it.
Yeah, it's a little wild. Double back. Friend of the show, his brother, Big Mikey, who will be going on the bachelor party in 2 weeks, whose nickname's Tiny, and he's far from tiny. Which once took a Viagra when we were in high school, and had an erection for a long lasting amount of time. So we kept saying, "Did you jerk off?" He's like, "Yeah, it won't go down." I'm like, "Huh."
Yeah, it has nothing to do
So
with that.
we had to go to his mother, Doubleback's mom, and explain to him that maybe Mikey has to go to the old emergency room because
you're
he's
gonna
had an
get
erection
some-
for 12 hours. He called
not
it.
good.
He played like he was sick, so he didn't have to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to have a. Remember when you were first getting erections as a child, and you were sitting in like class, and you had to go up to like the board?
Yeah, it was happened.
Yeah, I'm just fucking popping, and you walk in there, and all of a sudden the girl next to you clear her desk off. Fucking math book on the floor.
You know what I've always been worried
You're writing
about?
on the chalkboard, and all of a sudden there's a line there where your dick just erased the equation.
You know what I've always been worried about, and I still worry about this happening. You
Yeah.
know how you get, they say the average male gets like 10 to 12 erections a night in their sleep, right? What if you roll over when you have one of those erections and like
Yeah.
you bend yourself? Like
I think it would be like a kickstand. I think your body would be prevented from rolling over.
I would hope so, but I've always thought that's been one of my biggest fears. What if I break my dick rolling over in the middle of the
That
night?
would be pretty embarrassing. How did one break his dick?
How would you know? You would think like some phantom or something got you. Like
A broken dick has to be one of the most difficult things to heal.
oh yeah.
So you ever break your dick?
No, because I don't have one.
Oh, that's good.
What about a clitoral what do you wanna call it?
Malfunction?
A clitoral breach.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. You only can get that when you I don't know how you know.
In high school,
When
I had
you
to.
get it pierced.
Oh God, who does that?
In high school,
Girls
I had
in
to.
my high school.
In high school, I had to. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we had to take her best friend to the ER because she was shaving down there and cut her clit with a razor.
God,
Yeah,
yikes!
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I had a friend in high school who's no longer with us who decided it was a good idea to pierce the head of his penis. The old what do they call that? Prince Albert.
Yes, the
believe
Prince
it is?
Albert. I think
Yes.
it's called the Prince Albert.
Yes. Who, whatever he ever thought that was a good idea. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But
He probably was one of those people who was delusional, thought it would help with the ladies.
well, you can't have sex with it
Ever?
for a while until it heals. Otherwise, it becomes that you will just get infected.
Huh.
Like you once, I think you were the one who told. It was either you or Eric, who said that the penis is a hard thing to heal because it has to constantly has blood flowing to it.
Yeah,
So,
you get blood flow down there.
So if you have like an infection there, it could take forever. A chafed penis will last months sometimes.
Yes, this was me.
You know?
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah, it's painful sometimes. What's going on here? Sports. We got the Sox are on fire, on pace for 100. They're gonna break the record, I think, for the most wins.
And then lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, just similar to the old the Seattle Mariners of like I think it was 97.
They
or
made it to
something.
the next second round though.
No, they did not. They
I
got
think they did.
swept by the Yankees in the first
I
round.
think they made it to the second round and lost to the Yankees.
Ooh,
The second round.
First round.
Okay.
They didn't even make the ALCS.
Okay.
It was either a sweep or it was a they only won one game.
Regardless, they should have done more.
Yes, they had A-Rod. They had fucking the big pitcher, the big unit.
Oh,
They had
yes, they
him.
did.
I mean, they had a stacked team there.
The Ichiro rookie season.
Ichiro, yeah. I mean, there's no excuse why your team wins that many games, and but if the Red Sox did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen. Because here's the thing: like, let's say if Sale doesn't win that first game, it's over. Like, because then what are you gonna do?
Then you're in the
trust
hole,
Price? I think Eduardo Rodriguez is the person I would trust the most to hand the ball to.
I think so.
As a starter, but he might not be ready. He might be still. That's sad.
Porcello pitched good last night. What's his face? Pomerantz is done.
Yeah.
I mean, you stick him in the bullpen. I don't know. I don't have no confidence. This guy right here, you got the win and run last night. Brock Holt, they pinch hit for him in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
For Porcello. Porcello was pitching a great game. Jimmy only had 97 pitches. He was coming up there. I mean, it was a ballsy move from Cora.
Wasn't he playing like an idiot and slid into second base or something?
Who, Porcello?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a fucking moron. If you're playing, why are you sliding? What's going on here?
I don't know.
Tommy's taking over.
Ah!
Nola.
This is why I wear these shoes here now, because
Look
like,
at him.
they destroyed my shoes, so now I just wear these sneakers here.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And
Tommy just scaled the side of that chair from the side.
he's like trying to fuck her in the mouth. He's like, get back here, I'm going to fuck you in the mouth.
There was very little females at the dog park today, so Tommy didn't have his choice of rapery.
Hey, buddy. Let's go. What?
There he goes. Oh, he wants to say a few words.
Ah!
Slimy, dirty dog he is. What a dirty dog. You know. Yeah, so the Celtics schedule's released.
Yeah.
They got they have a lot of games against Cleveland, which don't matter, which is good. Oh my god. This is your first threesome? Tommy's ear is slapping against the microphone.
He's bit my arm, you.
He's licking you. Like, what? He's all horned up.
Some tooth. Well,
Tommy,
I appreciate it. And
no.
But not
Jesus
not right
Christ.
now, buddy. Can we?
Tommy's like all over the fucking place.
He is.
Tommy, Jesus.
All right, chill.
Oh, now she wants to join. Too.
Oh boy,
the chair's only so big, guys.
Go see Mama. Go see your mom. She's go. There you go. I know, right?
Priscilla said, "Tell them about our scary time on the tee when you got lost."
Oh yes,
there's a story there.
Yeah, we were on the red line and we ended up at Fields Corner.
Ooh,
and
it's a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, because the red line, breaks off. We were
you go to
down by,
Ashmont or you go to Braintree.
Where were we? Not Harvard Square. We're at not Porter. God, you mean Eric were there?
Central.
No, you mean Eric were there.
Kendall, Alewife, Porter.
You're just naming things now. You're not even trying to think of where this.
I'm naming all the red line stops.
No, we were at the. It's like a collegey area where people drink around.
Harvard Square?
No, before
Porter. What the fuck is it? It's
See?
Where did we go for the band? What square was that? It's in Somerville.
I was there with Sean. Yeah, exactly.
Where the Somerville Theater is.
I was just there recently too.
It's
See?
And yeah, the Burn.
The Burn.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck square is that? It's
Thank you.
It's
See?
between Porter and Harvard.
Yeah. See?
What the fuck? I always forget this one too. Well, she'll find out. It's the red line stop between Porter and Harvard Square.
Well, anyway, we went there to grab some drinks and hang out, and then we took the red line back to Quincy, and we got on the wrong train at some point and took the other one, and there was this black woman who's like, Davis, God
Square,
damn it.
Yes.
And this woman's like, I think you're on the wrong train.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or on the wrong side. And we ended up getting off at Fields Corner and caught the last train.
Back. Yeah. Where were you trying to go? Braintree's then?
No, we're trying to go to Quincy.
Oh, Quincy, yeah.
But we caught the last train going backwards to backtrack and then going forward.
Get you off at to get you to Mattapan, and then you could take the express train to Ashmont. Fuck that. Ashmont Square is probably the most dangerous part of Boston, hands down. I was there. I used to do job sites there.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m, terrified for my life. Terrified. It's like walking through the worst section of the city. That is the one place you want to avoid. And it's funny because VFW Parkway kind of runs by that area in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the bar I used to work at in Revere is also VFW Parkway.
Oh.
So tourists from out of town assumed that where I worked was Boston. So they would type in the address, 85 American Legion Highway, and end up getting... And then they type in Boston. They don't type in Revere.
I see.
And they end up in the worst section.
Sucks.
If I had a penny for every time someone told me they got lost getting to the hotel from the airport because they typed in Boston instead of Revere.
Yeah.
It would be. Imagine being that from like Susie's family from like out of town.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they barely have shoes and overalls and stuff, and they have a straw hat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you end up in Ashmont and Fields Corner.
Ugh.
That'd be wild.
That area really hasn't gotten any better, has it?
Yeah, probably never will.
No.
That's a good place to buy. Oh God, buy real estate now.
Yeah.
Because at some point it's gonna bubble up.
Like Charlestown or
Yeah.
maybe or Dorchester.
We
Parts
can't get
of
the
Dorchester.
Smucks out of this. Smucks will still stay there.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know. Right, Sue? What are you doing, anyways?
Wedding stuff.
Wedding stuff.
I'm just gonna assume wedding stuff.
4 months from today.
Look at all these tabs open.
Look at that.
Oh, Jesus.
She's a tabomania.
Everything from.
See, we can't hear it because she's not talking on the microphone. See? How easy she forgets.
I'm just telling you guys.
Oh, okay.
Everything from here
Yeah.
over is wedding.
Okay.
Just an FYI.
The wedding's almost over.
It's
4 more months.
I know.
Yeah, like 120 days.
It's crunch
Oh.
time.
Not that you're
4
counting.
months exactly today. It's August 15th.
I've been saying that for about 15 minutes now. Thank you for jumping on board on that one. She doesn't care.
You've been saying almost 4 months.
She's calling off the wedding 2 months from the day.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No,
No?
I'm not.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
You better not either.
No, of course not.
Oh, yeah.
She's sweating it out.
I am sweating it out. I'm really starting to sweat.
I like to keep them on their toes,
This
Adam,
is-
you know?
This
gotta.
is the,
But then when she gets it, it's like playing with a cat and dangling the string. They want it, and then when they get it,
Yeah.
they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what's
Exactly.
That's what's
No.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because then the wedding stuff's gonna be over, and then it's what babies, and then it's like okay,
Babies,
you get your kid,
house.
your
So you
babies,
start
your
having
house.
sex with Eric.
But then what are you gonna look forward to? Then what? Then what?
Yeah, having sex with Eric every Tuesday. I'll bring him over.
Ugh.
Ew.
Well, then you're gonna know you got that disease from. You're gonna know something's not
I
right.
can really narrow it down.
Babies in house is something to look forward to.
Notice. But then what?
Then what?
Well, that's going to take up the rest of my life.
But see, that's,
Babies?
that's what happens. People then have babies and they have
First
kids,
come
they have
babies.
babies in homes, and then they're like, "What do I
Homes.
do?"
Then divorce.
Yes, and then it's the next guy you're with.
No.
That's exactly what happens. That is everybody's life now.
Then I come home early from work one day and Uncle Eric's buck naked in my bed.
Why does it have to be him? Like, it could be Maddie or
Well, we were the whole entire time I was with Doubleback's brother on my trip to the Hall of Fame. His brother Anthony kept saying, "I bet Maddie's over there having sex with your girlfriend."
because I don't think you're giving Susan enough credit. She could do a lot better than Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I would be. I don't know if I would even be mad if I came home and seen Maddie, Fatty Maddie, aka Alex Wallace, naked in my bed.
Would you be more grossed out or mad?
I don't
I'd be
know.
more grossed out.
More
That's
confused than anything else.
All the Maddie flubber.
I don't know if I'd be mad. I'd just be a little. I wouldn't be using those same sheets anymore. I would
I'd be
definitely
mad.
request so we change them up a little bit. You know.
Nah.
I don't know what people do. I immediately, when Eric comes over and washes the puppies, I immediately strip the sheets and wash it
Yes.
thoroughly.
That sounds like a smart idea.
Now I have a doggy cam there, so I can watch him naked when he's here.
Ugh.
And I can talk to him. Like, hey, Eric.
He's like freaking out about that too.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can you please like turn that off when I'm here?"
Good. You
hey,
should be freaking
Eric,
out.
I think I see your wiener. I could talk to him over the cam.
Nice.
Has night vision too.
Did you know on the Alexa app, there's a thing that you can enable for it to be open to drop in?
Oh yeah, they like that. Yeah, Alexa in our house. Is,
There's a drop-in option, like
Really?
specifically for contacts. Like I could allow you to drop in on mine whenever you want, and you could do the same for me.
What do
It's
you mean drop in?
Like I can just tune in to yours and listen whenever I want.
What?
But it's contact to contact. I'll
Yeah.
show you. It was
That's a little.
I
creepy.
noticed it the other day.
Yeah.
Can you see what Nola's eating?
No,
is
what
it
are you
her
eating?
paw?
Yeah, she's cleaning her
Okay.
paws. Looks like she's like shaving her nails.
She does that every night. It's her nightly ritual.
She's giving herself a pedicure.
We'll have to
Yeah.
test that actually, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just do that.
My Alexa is a little
Our Alexa's dumb.
it's offline right now because we added the thermostat and we added some lights.
She's on
And the
overload.
camera.
Yeah, and the camera. So basically everything's supposed to link into the Alexa, but unfortunately,
You're asking a lot of
every
her.
time we add a new thing to the Alexa, we are having issues with it syncing with everything. So I literally have to go into the and then I literally have to go into the Alexa and like literally just plug it and like start it from scratch. So right now it's Hey Siri.
See,
Hey Siri. What's the weather today? Oh, wow, I don't like that idea.
It's currently clear and 78 degrees in Revere.
See-
Expect mostly clear skies starting tonight. Temperatures will be fairly consistent, averaging about 78 degrees.
Siri, I think I like your forecast better than fucking Alexa.
Can we test that one day though?
Yeah.
Like if you could actually after the show enable me on yours and we'll just do it right here, and then I'll disable
All right,
it.
we can try it.
Isn't that fucking weird though?
Yeah, we can talk to each other. So I can listen into Naked Cooking.
You can listen to Naked Cooking.
And you can listen to the 30 seconds a week me and Suzie have relations.
Yes, and the pups going bonkers and whatever else is going on.
What I'll do is I'll put the Alexa in the bedroom so you can talk to the dogs anytime you like.
You can do that.
Then you can log into our camera and watch anytime we're on.
Oh, God. No, you are not allowed to share that information with anybody.
I already blasted it. Anyone out there who's listening to the show would like to zone into my private camera in my bedroom, just shoot me a text and I'll take it to the limit. I don't want a newcomer coming in and stealing the show.
No, you do want the
Sick
newcomer
and
coming to see on the
creepy.
show if that's the case.
You're sick and creepy.
What would you do if you're just laying in bed and you hear like a strange voice saying, "Hey guys,
Well,
what you doing?"
A little to the left.
Yeah,
to the
when
left.
we first got the camera, we had it for like a week, and he goes away on the Hall of Fame trip. And the first morning, 5 a.m., he's like, "Good morning, Susan."
Scared the fuck out of her, and the look on her face is
Like,
priceless.
About fell out
That's
of the
awesome.
bed.
The dogs are surprised every time we talk to them. They look at it like, "What the fuck?" Like it's an alien device. I love it. I don't, but you know what? Those things are great. Not just for personal intimacies, but like to have it around your house.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen all these people who are like breaking into houses or like trying to break into houses and like their cameras, like catching these people, like ringing the
Yes,
doorbells and
yeah.
shit? It's a great idea.
Like stealing, like trying to steal packages too. I've seen
Well,
a lot
yeah,
of
because
that.
back in the day, you had cameras in the house. Everyone, I mean, people had cameras. My dad owns a security company. They put cameras everywhere, right? But the problem is, you don't know if anything's going on unless you're constantly watching the camera, right?
Yeah.
And then when something happens, you can go back to the video and go, "Oh shit, okay, I got the guy." Now with the motion censored and the actual talk to talk,
Oh yeah.
like if someone comes to your front door, why wouldn't you have one of those cameras that senses it, right?
Yeah, people suck.
And then you look at the person, you'd be like, "Hey, fuck it, get off my doorstep."
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do? Hit the camera and be like, "Yes, you can hit the camera all you want, but it's saving to my iPhone right now."
Yeah, you're on video.
On the
You
cloud.
are fucked.
Unless you can break the cloud, you're a fucking idiot right now.
I've come to love the cloud and saving photos for it and stuff off my phone on a separate thing.
Well, I had a problem a couple of years ago with the Apple TV and the iCloud.
Yeah.
So back in the day, the iCloud on the Apple TV enabled one of
I
your
use Google Drive.
screensavers to be like the iCloud, so you
Yeah.
can store pictures on there. So when the thing went into a screensaver, it would just play all your
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah, that was pretty popular.
Well, then like Eric would be sending me naked pictures of girls and stuff, or like
Oh.
I'd be getting some like some weird shit going to my phone, some pictures, and it'd be going into my folder,
Yeah.
and then going into the cloud, and I'd be sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden the screensaver clicked in, and I would see a big meaty vagina just hanging out on the screen, and I'm like, "Well, where did that come from?"
Classic.
And then I put it together. I'm like, "Oh, Eric sent me a picture of some broad he was fondling with."
But you see, you could use that in another way, where if that pops up, but it happens to be yours, you could use it as an excuse, like a buddy of mine sent that to me.
Yeah, a buddy of mine. Someone's gonna be like, "You have a real sick fuck of a buddy,"
yeah, yeah. It's not mine. No, it's
Yeah.
not mine.
We were, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we are going on the bachelor party. Was it 4 weeks?
I think it might be less than that now.
I think it's 3 weeks from.
What is the plan, by the way? Because I just don't even pay attention to group text anymore.
in regards to what?
No, in terms of going to the game.
We're taking the Greyhound.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yes, we're going down to Savannah, Georgia for the weekend, and then heading down to Jacksonville for the day. So we're taking the. It looks like it's the 9:30 a.m. Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
Gets us to Jacksonville at almost 1:00. The game's at 4:30, so we're gonna do some pregame and hanging out.
How much are tickets?
It will cost us $50 round trip for the Greyhound.
No, I mean the game. at Jacksonville.
Joey's looking at it right now. I think they're down to about around 100 right now. But they're
100?
they're
And for Jacksonville?
they're gonna drop a little bit more.
Yeah, they're
once
going to drop a lot more.
Once the season starts, they'll drop.
I've heard you can get tickets for, but it is the Patriots though, so that's why.
Even still though, I think we'll still be able to get it for cheap. I think basically once the game starts, once the season starts, a couple of weeks. I mean, we're only in week 2 of preseason.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
what the prices for New Orleans were at this time last year?
That's
And
true. They were
and we got them
skyrocketed.
for half the price by the time we went down. So
Yeah.
so we should be fine. But the $50 would be like $300 total for the 6 of us to go.
Yeah.
Whereas a fucking car service was going to cost like $1,000, which made no sense at
No,
all.
that doesn't
So-
make any sense. No, that's definitely.
But even though I suggested this idea 100 times prior to this, and everyone's like, oh, totally. One day we were sitting on the bus. We went to Portsmouth last weekend, and I just went for the hell of it. Went on to Zandu, which is a great app if you're looking to go to take a bus or
check that out.
or a
Never heard of
train.
that one. Yeah.
Zandu rather. So you type in where you want to go and what days you want to go. You basically use it like you would use like for a flight, but it just finds trains and buses for you. It's fucking
cool.
awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
And you can sort it by the fastest, the cheapest, what time you want to arrive, what time you want, depart. So it's like very, very handy. And we took the bus up to Portsmouth on Sunday. It was great. We got drink on the bus on the way there.
Yeah.
Hang out in Portsmouth all day, drink, and take the bus home. Never have to touch a vehicle.
You know, it was a good deal when we went to the soccer game. Remember, they were there the weekends, several weekends during. It was an all weekend.
Oh yeah,
pass.
$10 to ride the commuter rail
All
you
weekend
want.
long. Yeah,
It's fucking awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
You guys should do that. If you're looking out there. Me and Susie going to the Pats game tomorrow.
Nice.
But that's a fucking see Tom Brady play for a fucking down, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Isn't it usually the third game
Ugh.
that's considered? They try to
Yeah.
take more seriously.
It's one of those things, like, it's even worth the effort going down there for a fucking preseason game. Because they made us buy a preseason game. So we got tickets for the first game of the season, but in order to buy it, you had to buy a preseason game.
You don't think you could just sell those and
You don't even give fucking money for it. You know what I mean? You can't even give preseason tickets away.
really? Huh.
Who wants to go to a fucking preseason game? Like, the effort it's going to take us to get down there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, you have it, so you should just probably go because
Yeah.
you're paying for all this shit.
It's like,
but,
you know what I mean? It's like, but the fucking process. It's one thing. It's a Sunday game. Sunday we got it planned out. It's a 1:00 game on Sunday in Houston, right? Week 1. We leave around here around 6:00. We head down to Foxborough. We set up our tailgate and we cook breakfast, eat a little quick lunch, and we go in.
yeah.
We get down to a science at this point. For a Thursday, we're working all day.
Yes.
We got to get to Gillette at 7:30. That's why I would never go to a Sunday night game unless it was a playoff game or something of that nature. I would never go to a Thursday night game. That's just fucking retarded. And I would never go to like a Monday night game. Monday's even stupider. Because Monday it's even later, and it's Monday.
Yeah.
So it's already shitty Monday anyways.
I went to a Patriots-Broncos Sunday night game once, but I was young.
Yeah.
So it was fine. Like, the next day, I didn't feel too good for work, but, like, I could handle it. Now? Are you kidding me? It would suck. It would be horrible.
Concept of me staying out that late on a Sunday, right? And having to wake up the next morning and to deal with my week.
Yeah.
I would literally take a sick day on Monday. I'm at that point. I mean, when I was 20-something years
exactly.
old,
I was like 24, 25.
I would just go right to work. It wouldn't bother me
exactly.
at all. I remember there's been times where me and my cousin Ricky, we went to New York on a Sunday to see the Sox play the Yankees. And then, it was a Thursday to see the Sox play the Yankees at a 1:00 game.
Yeah.
And then we went to go see the Giants play the Pats in a preseason game right afterwards, the same day. And then didn't get back to Massachusetts till like 4 in the morning because we drove and took a bunch of buses. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Then I went to work. If I did that now, I would have to take a sick day.
Yep.
Hands
Same
down.
here.
I'm thinking about, like, after the Super Bowl, I should be taking a fucking sick day. I'm at the point where I need a sick day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But that's where we are in this life. But, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So you had a big Friday, huh? Friday you went to go see some shit, right?
Yes, I did.
How was, tell us about it.
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
We can talk Comic-Con.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Comic-Con was... I'm definitely going again next year. It
It
was
was worth the money?
It was like $30 to get in, and the
That's
Back to
pretty
the
cheap.
Future event was $20.
So it's $30, so it's $20 for the back, so it's $50 now, and then each table to get autographs and shit, all different prices.
Yeah, that's
too,
different.
right?
That's a different thing. But you can still
But
walk around and look
You
at
can
them.
still see stuff, right? So
Yeah.
so I've never been to a Comic-Con, so I know that people dress up.
Yes,
I
I
know
know the cosplay people.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
know they have celebrities that hang out and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and then you're signing opportunities, your picture opportunities. But basically, what is it? What do they sell? What do the tables consist of around there? And
Like
stuff?
vendors, like T-shirt vendors, comic book vendors, stuff like that.
Okay, so
but there is Artist
action
Alley.
figures and stuff. And
Yeah, but you also have Artist Alley, which is kind of cool. Like people who do like really cool paintings and stuff like that. And you have Tattoo Alley, like people.
Okay.
There's people doing tattoos there too.
Okay.
And even just seeing all this artwork, I was actually pretty. I was very impressed. I kind of felt bad. I didn't know who a lot of these people were because it was obvious some of these people knew who these people were.
Yeah.
And so I took some business cards too because I wanted to look up some of these people online because there was some of the work there was actually pretty impressive.
I remember the first time I was, found out about Comic-Con. I was in Boston on a weekend, and all these fucking people dressed up as like cartoon characters in the middle of summertime.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Someone's like, it's Comic-Con. Comic-Con, what's that? I look into it. I'm like, did you dress up at all?
I didn't dress up. I think next year I will though.
Yeah?
But the thing is, if
So
I
dressed up as Michael J. Fox.
no, but I think if I do dress up, it's going to be so you can't see my face because I'd be weirded out if people start taking my picture.
Really?
And they can see. I don't like that. But if I'm somebody that you can't see my face, you can take a picture.
Why do you dress up as the Whirlwind Man?
The Whirlwind Man?
You can advertise your website, and you can create your own character for yourself.
There you go.
And just have your website plastered all over it and shit like that, you know?
But the real reason I went there, though, was for the Back to the Future event.
So how does this work? So you get into this event, and there's a round table discussion, basically. So are you sitting in a room, I'm assuming? It was the Heinz Convention Center, right?
No, it was the Seaport.
World Trade Center.
Yeah, the World Trade Center.
Okay.
At the Seaport.
So then you're at the room, so they have the Back to the Future.
That place is massive.
It's huge. It's gigantic.
I've never been. It's like I feel like I've been at an airport, like a wide airport terminal.
I've been
It's
to a
massive.
couple trade shows there back in the day. That place is absolutely enormous.
But it took just to walk around the Comic-Con itself, not the Back to the Future area, but like just itself. It took an hour and a half of not stopping to see everything.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah. So you get in there and
theater.
And then you get into the room, and was it just like folding chairs, or was it like an amphitheater type thing?
It's kind of like a makeshift theater. Like the whole panel is on YouTube now. It's like it's 1 hour, and they're up on a stage. You're just in the crowd, kind of like how an auditorium would be. And they just talked about the franchise.
So how did it start off? Did they give was there someone like hosting it for the most part?
Yeah, like a moderator. Yeah.
So they come in, they talk. And so you had Michael so I seen Biff was there?
Yeah, you had Biff, Leah Thompson. Oh my God.
Yeah, I seen that picture you took. She didn't age very well at all.
She looks awesome. You kidding me?
Really?
She looks hot. Oh my God.
Maybe I was looking at the picture the wrong way.
I don't know who you were looking at.
I thought the picture was. I didn't look. She looked like how old is she?
If you go to YouTube, I don't know how sure she is, but she's got to be in her late 50s usually.
Yeah. Okay. So Leah Thompson, Michael J. Fox, Biff,
and Christopher Lloyd.
Lloyd.
My God.
So those are the major guys. So the mom and dad weren't there.
No. No. The mom is Leah Thompson. That was
you're right. That's right. She played both characters.
Crispin Glover. No, he's kind of been annexed from the franchise.
I see. Okay,
he's kind of the weirdo.
That's still pretty good. You got Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd in the room. That's pretty big.
It is, because they were saying though that this was the first time they reunited since the 30th anniversary in 2015, but that's not true.
Yeah.
Because when they all came out, Biff, Tom Wilson is his name, pointed at Michael J. Fox, and they pointed at each other, and Tom's like, "We haven't seen each other in 28 years."
Really?
And then I looked into it, and I'm like, they haven't.
So and then they picked Boston to be the first time they reunited?
Apparently. Or it just worked out that way.
And what was the reason for it, too? What was there? Was a special thing going on with Back to the Future?
Well, they have been at other ones this year because they're booked at several Comic-Con events, but Michael J. Fox has canceled a few.
I see.
I mean, he's got conditions.
So you hadn't seen him in 28 years.
That's right after Back to the Future 3.
Holy shit.
And so it was like the crowd like gasped. Everyone was like, "Oh!" But I haven't seen that mentioned in any article that I've read about it, because I read about a few articles the other day.
Interesting. So the moderator came out and he probably started summarizing, introduced the cast and everything that stuff,
asking them questions. And
so who asked? You guys got a chance to ask questions?
No, they were all like pre-planned.
Like there was a panel.
He had a bunch of questions, to ask them.
So no one in the audience could raise their hand. And
No.
It fucking sucks. So I guess they do that for a reason. So you just can't go and start asking wild stuff, I guess.
Yeah. 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been a problem. Now they have to moderate everything.
Michael J. Fox, huh?
But it was kind of annoyingly, it was kind of sad because he had a microphone clipped to his like left or right side, and he's talking, he's like this. So
it sounded like he was in a windstorm
over here, and his sound was like all over the place, so you couldn't really sometimes hear him.
Well, that's a bad idea to clip a microphone on him. That was a stupid idea.
Yeah, it was a stupid idea. I agree.
It sounded like he was fucking talking in the wind about the entire time.
But I was totally nostalgic the whole time. It was so cool.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. And it was funny because I did, I don't say much in group anymore, but I put that there. And like I knew Eric wouldn't probably say anything because he probably was like, fuck.
Did they play Back in Time when they all walked in?
Yep. No, right when they walked in, but like they had all Huey Lewis music playing.
Did they really?
I'd say within the first 15, 20 minutes before they all got up there. Yeah.
Very nice.
You could buy a hoverboard too. Obviously, it doesn't really hover, but it was $115.
Do you see that fake commercial? I was so fucking pissed. Someone sent me a link once for the hoverboard a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And there's a commercial of a guy hovering around, and it's like the brand new hoverboard. And I was like, oh my God, they actually invented the fucking hoverboard. This is fucking awesome. And then we found out
the electric ones. The scooter ones.
It was a fake commercial.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it was a very well-produced fake commercial for a hoverboard.
They do have the replicas of those pink hoverboards, the one he used in Back to the Future too, but it's $115 away.
It doesn't even work.
Yeah. Did you see that? Do you see that picture I sent though of Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Oh, he doesn't look good.
No, he looks
Maybe
like he's got like AIDS or something.
He's very skinny.
It was really bizarre.
Starting to look like his dad. Hope he doesn't take the same route as his father.
His dad killed himself, right?
Yeah, he shot himself when he was like, the kid was 6 months old or something like that.
I'm surprised Ryan Phillippe wasn't right next to him. I haven't seen him in a while either.
The Freddie Prinze Jr. and Freddie Prinze Sr. series, fuck. I guess so. Basically, I think this is loosely how the story worked out. So Freddie Prinze's father, Freddie Prinze Sr., was like a producer or something like that.
I'm not too familiar with Mason Who Killed Himself.
So I guess he's more of like an inner Hollywood producer type, right?
Yeah.
And he had written a sitcom, and then finally was going to take off, and they canceled it on him. Something like that. Like something like got canceled, and all of a sudden he had a nervous breakdown and killed himself.
Oh,
He figured
Jesus.
he put his heart into this thing, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of freaky.
I will say around Comic-Con, there were so many fucking mystery boxes that you could buy. Like every vendor had these mystery boxes, which is pay like $50 or $25. You get a box that's guaranteed to be worth double that. Right, like so spend $25.
What's in it? Like autographs?
Exactly, you don't know, right? No, it wouldn't be autographs. It would just be like maybe an action figure. But spend $25, it's going to be worth $50. But remember, they run a fucking business.
Yeah.
So I guarantee that $50 is probably dead inventory that nobody fucking wanted to begin with.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Did you see anyone that bought them?
everywhere. What?
Did anyone buy them that you seen?
But people must be falling for them because I feel like every vendor had
Mystery box,
versions
huh?
of mystery boxes. Those and those fucking fungo action figures, you know,
Oh,
the big
yeah.
heads with the big black eyes?
Yeah.
Everywhere,
So the mystery box is equivalent to the glory hole.
apparently.
Basically, you don't know what you're going to get on the other side, but it's going to guarantee to give you pleasure.
It's going to be guaranteed to worth more than you
Yeah.
put into it, apparently.
So there was a lot of imagine a lot of hipsters there dressed up and stuff.
I didn't see a lot of hipsters, a lot of dorks, you know, a lot of nerds
Yeah.
like me, you know, they're there. I would say though, I didn't stick around for it because it was late at night. But after Laugh Boston next door
Yep.
had, remember we've been there, but they had
We crashed the Boston Comics Christmas party.
yes, we did, yeah. But they had the Enchantment Under the Sea dance where they replicated the look of the gym from Back to the Future.
No way.
Yeah,
Did
I didn't stick around though because it started at like I
Oh
think it was like
shit! That would have been fucking awesome, huh?
it was like $30 to get in.
It was Michael J. Fox coming out with his guitar.
No,
He's gonna play some.
probably
He was gonna shake and rattle and roll. Guarantee he's gonna shake.
yeah.
Poor Michael J. Fox. No guy, you know.
I think for people watching though, Saturday would have been the day to go because the cosplay, the cosplay dance was after that on that day, so that probably would have been the pinnacle people watching. Day.
Yeah, Saturday. I always feel when you're in Boston, those things. It's where everything's going on that day.
Well, I feel like they had the Back to the Future on Friday because that was the coolest thing, and they got to get people in there Friday. Everyone's
Yeah.
still at work, but they got to find a way to get people in.
No, that's true. Otherwise,
Saturday
yeah.
and Sunday will solve itself.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you get that, and then so that sets you up for what we got to go to this year or next year, I should say. Fur Fright
Oh, I think you were the first.
in October.
That's in October, so that's this year.
It's the end of October every year in Connecticut.
The furries.
Furries.
We'll do it. Yeah, let's
If
do
you're
it.
not familiar with Fur Fright is, people dress up as furry characters, if you will. It covers their faces and whatnot, and they cut out their genitals in the areas. Suzie, are you down for the Fur Fright?
Well,
I'm going by myself.
they don't
then.
just let it hang out there.
No. There's like flaps and like doors and stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, what they do is they all come into the room and they all just walk around. They act like it's like Comic-Con, but they take on the character of the furry they are,
Okay.
and they're not supposed to break character. I think Jimmy Kimmel tried to crash it one year, and he got as close to the outside. They wouldn't let any media or anything in there. But then there's one scene where they're all in a circle and just dancing around, like holding hands and stuff. But apparently, it's not what goes on during the convention. What goes on afterwards in a hotel.
Right?
Yes. So from what I understand, it's a giant furry orgy that goes down.
Oh boy.
So
I mean, I'll go. I'm not gonna fuck anybody, but I'll go just to push it.
well, the
to
problem
limit.
is
Take it to the limit.
if you are gonna have relations with anyone, you have to have the furry costume on.
I don't think I could do that.
No, how smelly those costumes.
I'm gonna
will
sweat
smell afterwards.
and you know how I sweat,
Yeah.
man. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. So how you feel about the furry costumes? You think there's a lot of dry cleaning involved?
I mean, it's each their own, though. They're not hurting anybody.
Like imagine if you dressed up as Chewbacca. There's a lot of hair there. A lot of stuff gets stuck in there, you know. All of a sudden, there's a tampon hanging from Chewbacca's fucking his arm. I want to dress up as Tommy. Tommy, I'm gonna be you, okay?
Maybe a squirrel,
Yeah, there you go.
a tree rat.
You can hide some nuts.
Yeah,
basically,
we're doing that.
Squirrel is basically a rat for furry.
It is. It's a tree rat. That's what I was
Basically,
calling
is.
Yeah.
It is by all properties. God was like, I'm going to create this, and I'm going to fuck with everyone and put a big furry tail on it.
Although you can tell how bad the winter's going to be by looking how puffy their tails are before winter
Is
comes.
that true? Yeah. Oh, because they have to grow enough hair to keep them warm? Interesting.
Look how puffy their tails are when they fall.
God pretty much took one animal. He took the rat. He added wings and made a bat. And he added a big furry tail and made a squirrel.
I think they're ripping apart the chair under there, by the way. I just heard a rip.
Yeah. God,
Hey!
are you fucking kidding me?
We got brand new
There's something not good.
Yeah, they're pulling strings and
got brand new couch here in the old studio here. That's Susie's ass
Put
you're
this
seeing
down.
right
I don't
now.
want them going under there.
Isn't it nice?
Jesus.
Oh, there she is, little Nola.
I can't even have a footrest. Look at that.
We had the bed in our old apartment in D.C. Nola was such a tiny little dog. She would crawl. She figured out how to eat underneath the mesh and get into the box spring, and would hide in the box spring.
Oh, shit.
They ate it so bad that they would go up in there and be laying in bed. We'd just hear. It was like having squirrels in your attic. I had to put a fucking piece of plywood over it so they can climb up there anymore. Then finally they got big enough that they couldn't get in there. So,
Hey, Tommy.
fucking yeah, man. Fucking yeah. So, anything else? What else is going on? Socks are doing good. Comic-Con.
A lot of things are
How's the Whirlwind video?
good.
Yeah? What's the latest one you have?
Oh, it's funny. I got an email and a message on my Shia LaBeouf video.
Was it from Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, I made a video about.
No, was
what
it from Shia
No,
LaBeouf? That would have
no.
been awesome if it was.
Well, I did a video about Shia LaBeouf's a douche.
Yeah.
It was my
I
celebrity
watched
douche
your
business.
not Kurt Russell, your Russell Crowe one again today. I thought that was fucking
Oh,
funny.
thank you. Really? You sure about that? Because I can look at statistics and see if you really did.
Yeah, I watched it about an hour before you came over.
But no, I got a message regarding the Shia LaBeouf video that said he's not a douche. Figures from a girl, a teenage girl,
Yeah.
who would think a guy like him is probably a good guy, even though he's been arrested for like spitting at officers, and girls are retarded.
Yeah, well, girl, I mean, come on. You know, girls' judgment on guys is very. I mean, you take the hottest girl in the world, and I'll find you the douchiest guy she's with.
It's true.
You know, their judgment on men is slim to none.
Yeah.
You never see a hot guy with a trashy girl. You know, but you would see a hot girl with a trashy guy, hands down.
Well, I mean,
You know?
some people who aim for the gutter would be with a trashy girl. Yeah, I could think of a few guys.
But I don't think they would have sex with them.
yes, yeah, okay, yeah.
But they wouldn't sport them around like they're a new.
Yeah, I didn't like they're a Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, face it, guys. We all been with some trash, okay?
Yes, we've all been with living
you know,
creatures.
we've all been with ladies and girls. You all been with guys that you're not flaunting around in public. You know,
It's
what I
true.
mean? You know that you pretend the day didn't happen once it happened. So
Yeah.
that's an honest to God truth. And if you tell me otherwise, you're a fucking liar.
But I found it interesting that this girl took it a time to not only put that as a comment in the video, but also email me the same exact comment.
She emailed you.
The same comment.
What'd she look like?
I don't know.
Did she have a name?
I don't know. No, she had her YouTube name.
Yeah.
It was like
you
some
go to her
gamer
page?
girly or something like that.
Did you go to her page and see what she has?
She just has a bunch of subscribers that she's subscribed to. Bunch of
Okay,
people.
she doesn't actually have videos.
No.
So I would have done an in-depth investigation.
I
of
don't
this
care.
broad.
I don't. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I thought it was funny and more ridiculous that you took the time to email me that same sentence and
Well,
put it in a.
Maybe she's afraid you wouldn't check your comments.
She wanted to make her
She
point.
really
that clear.
wanted you to know.
He's that Shia LaBeouf is not a douche.
And I bet if you go to the Whirlwind report too, she found somewhere that would leave a comment on there as well. So that comment is there.
No, she emailed, not leave a comment on the World Report website. An
Yeah,
actual
an actual-
email.
Jesus. That girl was determined to make you know how she felt
Yes.
about you.
Yeah, I'm
and,
pretty sure she has daddy issues.
She probably does.
Probably.
You know, I mean that's where your target audience is right there, right?
Probably.
You know, 9 out of 10 guys. What's the funny joke? This guy is like, I only date girls with daddy issues because I don't like meeting. What the hell was the joke? I forget what the joke was. I don't date certain girls, and the guy goes, "Why?" He's like, "Because I don't like meeting dads," or something like that.
I do have a Ferris Bueller video that's going to drop in about a week.
That Ferris Bueller, Ferris Bueller himself, or Matthew.
No, I did take. Remember a while back, I did that article where I wrote about if it would be possible to do this.
Yes.
And I now made a video using Google Maps and
Oh, nice.
and video film from the actual film to actually piece it together.
I think we should go to Chicago. I think we should try this. The hardest part would be finding a fucking parade in the middle of the
It's
day.
not possible because I realize it's not possible actually because
Could you do it on a Saturday, though?
no, but there is a point where Sloane looks at her watch and sees the time, so it's
Yeah.
kind of noted in the movie that it's 6 o'clock at this time.
Yeah.
And if you have to fit it within that,
Yeah.
it can't. But if you ignore that, you might be able to.
And if you do it on like a Saturday or a Sunday,
But
I know
see, it's not a Saturday. Or
I
Sunday,
know,
though.
but that's I'm thinking when a parade like why would a parade be in New York on a Monday? You know?
Chicago.
I mean Chicago rather. Yeah. Why would it be like
That parade is real though. It's a German parade. I don't know what day of the week it's on.
okay?
though. But that is an actual parade.
Interesting. Because the games are easy. Because the Cubs play most of the games during the day.
Yeah, well, they
that's-
start at 1:25,
So
1:20,
that's a
1:30.
hands down easy one right there. So if you could base your day around,
But we
it,
can't stay the whole time. But I'd want to
No.
stay the whole time.
and
That's
you,
the problem.
You get your lunch. You can eat lunch early, like 11:30 at that fancy restaurant.
Yeah, they did eat at noon. They have a book, and they point to that
Ah.
reservation, and it says this, and it's noon.
Okay.
So they
So
have
there's
to
some
be there at noon.
secret timestamps in the Ferris Bueller if you
Yeah,
pay attention.
it
to
does
huh?
work though. I can make it work to the restaurant, and then you start cutting corners at the
Yo.
ball game and the parade.
And then the art museum.
No, you don't have to stay there that long. You,
guess
you
so.
can
They-
still pull off an hour there, 45
Yeah,
minutes
they
an
popped
hour.
in. And what art museum was it? Do you know?
Yeah, it was the institute, the Art Institute, Chicago,
Now, here's the thing that could be
and they're all not that far from each other.
But Wrigley Field's far from all that.
It's a 15-minute drive. I know, I know all this. It's a 15-minute drive, cab ride.
15-minute. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it is.
I took
No traffic.
no traffic.
No traffic.
I took a cab from downtown Chicago to Wrigley Field. It took 45 minutes.
Well, I don't know
On
what
a-
downtown Chicago is from these places. I'm not from
That's
Chicago,
where
but
that museum's in downtown.
yeah,
In the parade, that route. It's all on Michigan Avenue.
yeah. It's about 15-minute cab ride. No traffic.
no
though.
traffic.
No
like
traffic.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
That's like I work 24 minutes from my office.
yeah.
It
We're
should take me
talking
take me
greens.
24 minutes.
Yeah,
It takes me an hour and half
Because
on
of
the way
traffic.
home because
Yeah,
of traffic.
Yeah,
I mean, you could take the train. The train's probably like 25, 30 minutes in a loop in Chicago from Wrigley. But, and then maybe we have some time. We can sneak it to Boys Town. You know what Boys Town is, right?
I don't know. It sounds kind of gay.
It's the gay
I was
neighborhood.
gonna say, Boys Town.
Right next to Wrigleyville.
I remember when
So if you go to a Cubs game and you go one block over too far,
yeah.
Boys Town.
Ah,
Good time.
Boys Town, not Men Town.
No, it's Boys Town. I actually went to Boys Town by mistake. For a quick story, when I went to the Cubs Sox game, I was bar hopping and then I went to a gay bar. That was one of where all the girls went. The girls never came.
Well, remember,
But I did.
oh, well, remember,
Right, Sue?
New Orleans has that part too.
Yeah, but that's a little more distinct because you can clearly start telling when you're in the gay section.
Yeah.
And so is Duval Street in the Key West. Once you hit a point that you can start telling. And Philadelphia the same way. If you go like Chestnut and 16th, once you get to a certain point, they start putting flags on. And I think they do it to represent their neighborhood, but they also think that they let people know that, hey, listen, you're about to get into some stuff that you may, if you're a right-wing fucking conservative, may not be comfortable with this stuff.
Yeah, those people don't bother me though. If
Nah.
you're no threat to my safety,
No,
do whatever you want.
When we were in
That's
New
what I would
Orleans,
say.
everyone bailed out, and it was just me, Sue, Amy, and Kyle left. Oh no, that was when they went. That was St. Patty's Day. We went down when we went to the gay section. That was St. Patty's Day.
Oh yes, when we went to
They weren't with Adam and
No.
Joe weren't with us. No, yeah, we were like the only ones out.
when
and-
all of us when it was still me, you, Amy, and Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone else went back.
We were at a country bar singing Shania Twain.
That's when you
and
know you're gone.
Staring at the mechanical bull. Eric
That
said
okay,
he rode.
so that was when we all went down.
Yes.
Me, you, Kyle, and Amy were
And
out.
Shannon
Oh, and Shannon was with. That's right.
and Sherry.
Oh yeah, we all
Sherry
made it. Oh yeah,
kinda bailed a
we were
little
kind of still
early, but-
survived. It was St. Patty's Day. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We ended up in the gay section of Bourbon Street and went to a gay bar. And there was a man. I think I sent you guys pictures of the guy pretty
Yes.
much naked in front of me on the bar.
Yes, you
Oh
did.
yeah.
Didn't seem to faze me. Didn't bother me at all whatsoever.
Yes.
Kyle had his boa.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Very feminine picture. We're seeing Kyle with you on the wedding, by the way. He's gonna sit right between you and Eric. He has a crush on Eric.
I know he's
so-
a crush on Eric, so that's fine.
which I think is fucking hilarious. It's the best.
I love Kyle.
All girls like gay guys. It's a.
That's why no one likes me. who was I talking to? I was talking to someone, and they were like going off about how they're. Oh, there was this guy that comes into the bar all the time I work at, and there's this lesbian girl that sits with him all the time, and she's like, "You have any gay like thoughts?" And he was going off. He's like, "I'm 110% not gay." It's like,
weird.
I love the puss too much. The sausage never does anything for me.
But where is that coming from? He just had to say that.
Well, the lesbian girl was asking if you have any gay thoughts. Like, you ever thought about,
Okay.
playing with a PB, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure it's completely normal for the gay community to do what they do. That, you know what I mean?
I think it was Ron White, the comedian, who once said, "We're all us men are a little bit gay because it's like when you watch porn, do you just like to watch the girl? No,
true.
you want to see a guy pounding her.
Need some penetration.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And I'm very particular what kind of penetration is as well, too.
why? What are you into? Now
You have to. I have to have a white guy
Okay,
because I have to envision myself into that scene.
gotcha. So it can't be like a
black-
giant black guy
that takes-
pounding a tiny girl.
Takes me out of the whole entire thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it just kind of dick shames me at the same time. So. I'm a little disappointed while I'm watching. I'm kind of depressed. So it's not a stimuli. You know what I mean? I need a guy. I need to
Yeah.
relate to the video. You
So
know what
watching like the slave pound like the slave master's daughter is
Jesus
not like a.
Christ. Is that a movie?
I've seen that role play
sure-
out a million times.
I'm sure that's a scenario out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things you have to get yourself into. But so Eric already picked out the strip clubs for Savannah while we're down there. Some of them look shady and seedy. Did you see the one that looked like it was on a strip mall?
No. But
And
I
the
believe it.
girl that was working there, yeah, there was
Yeah, does he say he has a friend who has a bar there?
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
His friend has a bar in every major city, apparently.
Apparently.
But Jesus Christ, that's gonna be an adventure right there. We got a fantasy football draft coming up next Sunday, a week from
This upcoming
Oh no, this Sunday, yeah, this Sunday, 3 days from now. You're gonna draft from the confines of your own home, right?
I will. I most likely will. Not definitely, but I most likely
Is that
will.
so you can spread out your magazines and all your statistics?
That's definitely it.
So you can really
There is a little truth to that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if this year I might even let it auto pick. I might even be around.
So I'm doing 6 leagues this year, and I am
6?
And I tell myself every year I want to decrease my leagues, and every time I'm adding leagues.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, 5 leagues. I'm in 5 leagues.
Oh, dude, that's horrible.
One off my work, one off the bar, one off you guys.
Which one's you have one with Eric too?
That's the one off the bar. He's in it's the Margaritas alumni league that one we have a wrestling belt. That one's been going around for 12 years now.
Which one's the priciest?
That one's 60. The one in my office is 60. The one me and you do is 30. My sister and her fiance has a league that all couples. That's like a $50 buy-in.
Okay.
And then I do one with the guy, my buddy out in Seattle runs a league that I've been in for a few years. That one's 30. So
you're spending close upwards to $1,000 on fantasy leagues.
well, me and Sue did the math. I figured that in the last 12 years, I've spent roughly around probably about $10,000 in the last 12 years in fantasy football, and I've won $150.
Yeah. Well, I know
I've won back approximately 1%.
Yeah.
Of what I've invested in fantasy football. Not counting all the betting I do and all that stuff. That number even goes down even more. I don't win.
That's why they're in business.
I do not win. It is impossible for me to win.
I like
Sue won apparently last year, though.
She did. But
So far, we've had 4. This is the 5th year going into this league, right?
Wow, yeah, I think you're right.
So this is 5 years. So we had my buddy Podolski's won twice. He won back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then double-back one.
Yep.
And now Sue won.
Yeah.
So it's anyone's game. We got to have a trophy. Maybe we should. I'm really thinking we should get the big black dildo as the trophy.
I think so.
And the person's forced to have it on display in their house all year round.
That doesn't sound like a win.
And everyone signs it.
I think the loser should have to. The person finished last.
No. That's a trophy right there. Yeah. I'm gonna buy one on Amazon on Sue's account, and I'm gonna mount it to like a board, and on the board that it's mounted on, we'll have the winners of each year on there.
Yeah.
Yes, and I want that. And if I end up at the person's house and I don't see it on display, they're kicked out of the league. So for that one night, you better bust out the big black dildo trophy.
Are you really gonna boot people if they don't pay you Sunday?
Yes, I have to. There's a new setting on the league that will not allow you to even draft your team.
Yeah, but you can let that pass and get.
I'm not.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, but
I
like,
could, but I'm
what
not.
are you gonna do though? Because then it's gonna cut the league numbers down of
Yeah.
people that in it. You're just gonna let that happen?
Yep.
You've been pretty lenient with people the last couple of years.
Yeah, people take advantage. So this year is no nonsense. So the setup would be the first. If you don't pay, I'll give you a 1, and you can even you can compromise. If you don't pay that day, you can't draft in the first round.
I like that.
So if you don't pay, you can't draft in the first round.
Can you really do that?
Yeah. So you skip your pick. So every other team gets an opportunity to pick better players. So you lose your first round draft pick.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
If I don't hear from you and all that stuff, I'll just boot your team right there. We'll put an audible team on there, and I'll be the automatic team every week. So that one will automatically pick. So
I think that's really
very,
fair,
very easy.
actually.
So first round draft pick's huge. I'm even considering the first 2 rounds. So
yeah,
got to get these people to pay. You know,
that's a really smart idea. If you
can't bank it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other league, the guys just paid up. One of the guys just paid his debt off from last year, and he still hasn't paid for this year yet. So I'm like, we're gonna start losing draft picks real quick. So we're not fooling around here anymore. You know, one of the poor guys who plays in the league has a credit on $30 this year because the guy didn't pay. So I couldn't give him $30 of his winnings last year.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
I haven't even sent my invitations out for my work league yet. I need to get on that because I run that.
yeah. The guy who's running, we just ordered a big draft board for my office. So we're gonna have the draft is on Sue's birthday actually, the 29th. We're doing the draft at work. So we have we have a war room, we call it, for our conference room.
Yes.
We're just setting the draft board up there, so it's gonna be very.
That's awesome.
I said to him, like, why are you wasting your time with all this? I'm like, why don't we all have computers at our desk.
Yeah.
Let's just draft from the computer. That way you don't have to sit there and enter in it. But I work with a bunch of older guys. They're old school style. They want to sit there and write everyone's fucking draft pick down and enter it into the computer. I go, you out of your fucking mind. I stopped doing that a long time ago.
Yeah. I can't imagine how that worked back then.
Back in the day, before computers, there would be one guy in charge who actually had to do the statistics and figure out the points individually for each fucking player. So you imagine if you have 12 teams with fucking 12 players in each team, you had to go through each player and get your statistics for that.
You're a nerd, but you know what you're doing.
But that sucks.
That's a
Fuck
nerd. That is a nerd.
Fuck that.
But at least you like numbers.
Yeah, you gotta like the numbers. You gotta like the numbers, just like the Catholic Church likes the little boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
On that note.
You know, did you think that 20 years ago, that 20 years later, we'd still be talking about priests diddling boys in the Catholic Church? How is this never going away?
I know. And I can't believe Sinead O'Connor was right. Remember back in the 90s when she was on SNL and she's like, the Catholic Church has been molested, and she ripped up that picture of the Pope on SNL?
That's right, yeah.
She was right. Who knew she was right? Everyone thought she was crazy. She was right.
And where is she now?
Well, now she's sitting, I think, living out of a hotel, but she was right.
Yeah, she was right. She was right. There's a kid I work with who went to Penn State, so I call him, his name's Bobby. I call him Bobby Sandusky. I keep asking him, I'm like, so did Jerry, ever take you into the, the room? He's like 20. The kid's like 23 years old, 22 years old.
Oh, God.
So he was there around the time where it was just done, but,
yeah.
And he gets people who go to Penn State get very offended when you start making Jerry Sandusky comments.
Oh, I forgot about him, yeah.
I mean, the guy was a A-class diddler.
Yeah, he was a creepo.
He was creepy looking, too, huh?
Yeah. They had to sell off. The Catholic Church had to sell off so much property, too, to pay for some of these lawsuits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, churches are closing left and right, you know what I mean? Firing priests, Hey, listen. What are you going to do, right?
Exactly.
They all get forgiven at the end. Even if you did with something. We hope, right? All right, yeah, plug in anything you want for the week?
Just the usual. You can check out the Whirlwind Potato on YouTube. Subscribe if you want. If not, cool, whatever. Check stuff out. Go to whirlwindreports.com. It's all good.
All right.
Get on Twitter and check out thepacky.com.
Thepacky.com. The Wicked Explorer.
Why the hell does everything fluctuate statistically so completely drastic? Everywhere. Even mine's the same way. It's like nothing, bump, nothing.
One day last week we got a spike of 400 visitors. So
I know.
Like,
I saw it, and then it goes dead fish for a while, and then there's another weird spike. I think it's the weather too. I think when it's nice out, people are less likely to look.
Yeah, I think when things are trending, I guess too. Maybe it's also
it's a really weird.
So, but yeah, check all that stuff out. We'll be back next week. If you listen to us on iTunes, please subscribe. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening on some Podbean, please subscribe.
Oh, flicking the bean, right?
Flicking the bean on Podbean.
Does it look dirty when I do that?
Yeah, it does look a little dirty. Yeah. I uploaded, we just uploaded a bunch of old episodes on Podbean this week of the Adult Entertainment Radio Show.
Oh, wow.
Which features Adam at the end of the show on every episode with his weekly review.
Yeah, that's where I got the name. The
Whirlwind
Report. Yes.
Yeah, so you can listen to all those.
Let's bring that back.
I think I brought... I uploaded 20 episodes. There was a gap. We were missing, it went from episode 26 and then it went up to 56. It was missing the middle one, so I finally got those uploaded on. So if you have iTunes, it automatically updated to your iTunes account. So there you go. Go back in the day and listen to me, J.R., Brianna, and Adam. And Basil Babbles. He was at the end, too. Remember that kid?
No.
That was funny. The kid, he basically did what you did.
I never knew about this guy. You withheld this from me. I was not the only
You guys
one.
never seen each other. Yeah, well, the show, how many episodes you've listened to. All right, with that note, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
How long was that guy around for?